Hello everyone, welcome to VOD of Consciousness with Sientir. I am Sientir, and we are almost to Ascalon City. The new Ascalon City, after the old one got wrecked and the lake behind it drained, so they could install an Ascalon City that's not as busted there. I think we might have seen it actually in an earlier episode when I was kind of going through some of these areas, or in an area that I'm getting to anyway. Now, you might actually recognize this from those, from Pre-String Ascalon. This is actually where the warrior trainer spent his time chillaxing and maxing. So, War Master Grass, I think it was? Master Ranger Nente is hanging out here now. You can actually find all of those trainer NPCs hanging out in Post-String Ascalon in different spots, as well as a number of other characters. But this is the statue of Grenth that you can find leading up. In Pre-String Ascalon, there's a zone portal here, but in Post-String, there is not. Old Ascalon is a larger zone. So, which is where we are now. And we're going over that direction, roughly. Won't take very long to get there. We'll easily get there in this episode. Interestingly enough, story to tell as we're kind of making our way to the relevant location. I first got into this game because of a friend from the StarCraft 1 modding community. And the way that he told me about the game, about how awesome it was specifically with something that you'll find coming up here, and specifically had to do with the change from pre-steering Ascalon to post-steering. And that item, I think, should be about there, actually. Yeah, there's a statue of Lissa that's nearby. Lissa is the goddess of illusion, among other things. Right here, see this big disheveled chunk of ground? As we go around here, what you'll be able to see is kind of the top of the surface that got flipped over, as it were. And right here is a stage. And what he talked about specifically was, oh wow, this is crazy. This huge stage got bent over and shoved over and stuff. So that's... I would show you in Pre-String Ascalon, except I cannot, because I don't have a character in there right now, and have not remade Valerie Peace because I need to clear out her inventory, and I don't have room. Those are my woes. But, oh, an Ascalonian key. That is worth exactly however much gold is printed on the tin. Nothing that I can open in any of the chests here is going to be worth anything. But you can see that this landed on it and upended the stage. So that's how he told me about how cool the game was with that having happened. And there's War Master Grass here. I think he might show up in Guild Wars 2, but I'm not certain. I know Duke Barradin definitely does. But anyway, Moko Blanson over there has kind of the unique privilege of having a quest related to her be obtained in a mission. I don't think that actually happens anywhere else. But yeah, so that's how he described how awesome this game was to me, was that stage over there having been upended when he went to post-steering Ascalon. So that's one of the first things I heard about this game, and part of why I decided to get it. So here we are in Ascalon City, which was the place that I was trying to get to. So that's pretty cool. I don't know that there's a whole lot here. There is some stuff that I'm going to talk about in just a moment, but I want to manage my inventory just a little bit. So if we look over here, you see Benoit and Corwin. So they're rather an interesting pair. This is an interesting design decision that ArenaNet made. I'm not entirely sure what inspired it. Let me sell off some of this stuff I don't need. Yeah, Ascalonian key's worth 25 gold. Nothing I mean, I might be able to open up something worth more from a chest, but it's not worth the risk. So, excuse me, as we look over here, Benoit, who I've basically never used, Oh, he can't craft any armor for me, so I cannot actually demonstrate this on this character. So, let me trade some stuff in and then actually go hop on another character for a moment to show you this particular thing that I find to be rather interesting. That I think is a very fascinating design decision that ArenaNet made. Where is that? Somewhere around here, there is a collector who will want my Charfer, but I actually legitimately don't remember exactly where. This is an area with a bunch of god and goddess paintings. Melandru, Balthazar, Duena has a very nice shaped hip there. Here's the twin goddess of Lissa. And there's one more, which is Grenth, which is over here. I really don't like Lissa's, the avatar of Lissa. Oh, there's Grenth, excuse me. Grenth is right there. That's the rest of the Pantheon. So you can see the entire Pantheon here. That's just some random dragon thing. Where is the person who wants... There's somebody who wants the fur. I'm looking at the names, and I'm also noticing... maybe it's Calissa? I'll go try talking to Calissa, see if she's the NPC I was thinking of. Once I found this, I'll hop on the other character and show you the interesting thing about Benoit and Corwin. Like I said, I can't show it on this character because this character is a Paragon, and they don't make Paragon armor. Aha, I can get first square. Excellent. Okay, well, I'll take my first square and stick it in there. And I guess I will salvage my char hide for another tan hide square. Okay. So let's character select. Do I have anybody that's already in the air? Yes, in fact, Tentau Sedai is in fact already here, which is very convenient. I have a halo. Okay, as you might notice, this is a monk with a bunch of Paragon skills because so Corwin over here. Actually, it's easier if we go to Benoit first. So like I said, I don't think I've ever bought armor from Benoit. As we talk to him, you'll notice it costs 20 gold, tiny amounts of crafting materials, and this was like 15 armor, right? 15 AL is not very much. If I wanted this armor appearance, I could get it somewhere. Either the monk raiment or the woven vestments. I'm just rocking tats. But if we come to Corwin, you'll notice that it's substantially more expensive. It's like twice the crafting materials, 75 gold, and it's also 30 armor. It's twice as much armor. So a decision that they made here is they offered a cheaper option of armor. If you wanted to get it from, and you could afford to get it from Corwin versus Benoit. Now, it's important to note, by the way, that armor in this game... Oh, okay, great. Armor in this game, this is just 60 armor, but each piece kind of works individually from each other. So your chest piece, basically it's broken up in eighths, and you have, is it 3/8, 2/8? So 3/8 chance to be hit on the chest, 2/8 chance to be hit on the legs, and then 1/8 each on the head, arms, and legs. So each individual piece matters and will provide its defenses differently. So that's something that's kind of important to be aware of. I forget, may not be until Lion's Arch that you officially would get that strength of armor. I don't know where you... There's a bunch of crafting stuff, but that's not actually where they have the crafting. Dragon Arena. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I've never gotten armor here, so. Yeah, see this guy right here? He sells the same stuff. I mean, he sells more variety of appearances. Which I don't think there's actually a way to preview. I mean, I'm not going to buy it because it's just absolutely not worth, but Guild Wars 2 made a lot of improvements on certain systems. There's a lot of things there's one thing I don't think it did very well, or like two, and everything else I think it did fantastically. But that is another option. So basically, you can get armor all the way over here. That's basically close to the start of the game. And to get to Lion's Arch, you're going through Ascalon City, typically 4 missions, another 2 missions here before you get to there. So it's 6 missions into the game. And if I just quickly hop on here, do I have the title track for yeah, so out of 25. So that's about a fourth of the way through, and you can have armor that's kind of like continuing or still good all that way, which I think is rather interesting. I do have another armor set on this character, which is this one right here. But anyway, most of my characters have multiple armor sets. I'm a lot more invested in armor sets in this game than I ever was in Guild Wars 2, though. So, I don't know. That's just a random thing. Where's my... Yeah, like, I have a Necromancer in that armor. But the thing is, like, too, you can have equivalent armors. There's some armors that don't have equivalents. But, like, there's a male version of this. You know, that's a thing. Male paragons dress similarly to female paragons. It's just, you know, how they've set the whole thing up. Okay, so this character really wants charge. This character really, really wants a pile more elite skills is what this character wants. Telling you what. Okay, well, let's see. We have time. Let's go ahead and do a quick check for where I can get 100 blades. Okay, so that's not got great spots to go find it. There's some spots in Cantha that I can go to get it. And there's a spoiler boss in Hell's Precipice to get it. Interesting. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Interestingly enough, there's a skill called Sun and Moon Slash that I'm looking at where you attack the same target twice and it's unblockable. That used to be one attack was unblockable and the other was undodgeable, and they rolled block and dodge into just block. So they effectively did the same thing, you couldn't be hit, but different skills cared about different subsets. Which it made sense for them to do to simplify things, but so the other thing that I could actually legitimately do on this character is acquire more variety in weapons and not just those. Like I could get hammer stuff, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of sticking with swordsmanship, but I should get more swordsmanship elites. So 100 blades would be good. So let's see. This would be the best spot to get it from. Do I have Zinku Corridor? That's the real question. This is where we're gonna stopping the narrative train that we were on. Oh yeah, I do. I have Zinku Corridor. Actually, seriously, actually, I need to. Oh, there's a skill guy right there. So that will be helpful. I only need a K. So, let's see. How long have we been going? Okay, so I'm going to cough, apparently. It seems to me that I should at least pick up maybe a few of these. Oh, Protector's Defense is superb with a friggin' spear. Let's see. You are not using a stance, it cannot be blocked. Fascinating. So here's Sun and Moon slash. I should actually withdraw a few more funds. I'm just going to pick up Signet of Capture. And those skills while I'm here. I think it makes sense actually. No, whatever. I'm going to get Thrill of Victory and Protector's Defense. The damage targets from one of the following conditions. And it knocks you down. Does it end your stance? I mean, you could use that with Balanced Stance so you're not knocked down, is what I'm saying. And I'll grab Defensive Stance too while I'm at it. And None Shall Pass, because that sounds hilarious. Okay, cool. That is what I'm going to grab, along with another Signet of Capture for the Lators. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here and put together a party to go exploring. So until next time, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.